some skates. Just think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for status. When you show your show no credit.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the man back from retirement, Tom.
The Bucs kicker Ryan Succop about set, and off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now here come the Saints about to begin their first possession, and the man in charge of this offense, his 8th season now in the NFL, former #1 pick, Jameis Winston.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The first throw, here's Winston. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. To throw again on second down. Winston looking left side. That's caught by Landry. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Now the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. He tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. This is caught. It's Hardy. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open. And
a precise throw for the reception of the first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Tip Tampa Bay's offense set to take the field. And, of course, at quarterback, 23-year veteran who's had a Hall of Fame career several times over, the great Tom Brady.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw from the gun. A pass underneath for Fournette. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, there was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that that carries over to this week as well.
From the 44, Brady. And this is Cook with the grab. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The Bucs at 10-1 now on the year. And they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now. And
I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Cook. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Brady. And complete right side to Cook. And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and goal. Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Jared Cook. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Buccaneers have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Jared Cook who finishes it off with a touchdown. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. A second down throw for Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it. Good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try to duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Brady. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is the tight end Troutman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first down throw for Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Jameis to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now he steps away. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. He completes it to Evans.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st down, Brady
looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Fournette running out of the gun. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 18-yard line. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man has got one. It's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Here's Brady to throw.
Firing, and Julio Jones has it on his slant.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds sets up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up, and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Throwing, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, Winston. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Winston. And this is going to be incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. That's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing now is Brady. Caught by Jones. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Fournette, a first down carry. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 2nd down and 4, Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
Landry now on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Brady throwing complete here to Fournette.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now he's flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start out on the ground. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room and no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now the ball is out. Kamara fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. How about that for a momentum swing? You had a goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, outstanding again as his guys up their record to 10-2 now on the year. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with Fournette.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain, and it's second down. Up the gut, Fournette.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Brady. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Brady. That'll be complete to Cook. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On play action, it's Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Brate there to make the grab.
And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd and 2.
Brady going to throw. And this is Cook for the ground. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious. So they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa.
Brady now on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Brady now on first down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Again, it's Brady. Evans has it left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
A handoff to Fournette, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. Now it's Brady. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length. because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot. Maybe it's like my wedge. When you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
Winston now to throw on first down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin with a run by Fournette, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From just shy of midfield, Brady. And he fires one incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing is Brady on third down. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Throwing again on second down. Winston being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joe Tryon, his second sack of the night.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Hardy. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as the defense Nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston back to Kamara for another catch. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Winston now from the 50.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, he gets it to Thomas.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with the score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Bucs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it culminates in a Julio Jones touchdown.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. The New Orleans offense set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 1st down, Winston. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. They'll throw again. Winston. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston
in the hands of Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
The 1st down throw for Winston. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
They run. It's Kamara. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at their own 21.
And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory.